Thank you.
This is what the world watched on Tuesday night.
Well, after nearly 15 minutes of soul searching, I have heard the call. Nation, I shall seek the office of the President of the United States.
We know you're doing it, but why are you doing it?
I'm doing it, Tim, because I think our country is facing unprecedented challenges in the future. And I think that the junctures that we face are both critical and unforeseen. And the real challenge is how we will respond to these junctures, be they unprecedented or unforeseen, or, God help us, critical.
You've thought this through.
That's a generous estimation, thank you.
The press reaction to your announcement has been mixed. Here's one headline.
Okay.
This was on Thursday. Electile dysfunction. Colbert running for president.
That's good work.
Are they questioning, shall we say, your stamina?
I don't know. I think a lot of people are asking whether they say, is this real? You know, and to which I would say to everybody, this is not a dream. Okay, you're not going to wake up from this. Okay, I'm far realer than Sam Brownback. Let me put it that way.
Authenticity is important to the voter.
Absolutely. You've got to convey to them that you mean what you say, and that you put some thought into what you do.
Many people in your family, and you used to be Colbert. You are now Colbert.
Yeah.
I would be Rousseau.
Rousseau. Yeah.
Okay. Sesame Street. There are two characters.
Is this
Ernie and
Bert? Ernie and Bert.
B-E-R-T.
Yes.
Then why aren't you Colbert?
Are you saying that I don't have the right to drop the T in my name? Are you saying that? Last time I checked, this was America. Or does that mean anything to you anymore?
Then why not call him Bear?
Because that's his choice. You'll have to ask him. I dare you. Ask him.
Are you
right now?
But why did you change your name?
I changed my name because I knew that there were people out there who needed T's.
Not comfortable in your own skin?
I'm extremely comfortable in my own skin. I'm uncomfortable in other people's skin.
Why are you running only in South Carolina?
Because I believe that it's the greatest state of the union. I believe there are things that I believe I can make a difference there. I think it is time to focus on South Carolina. Florida tried to jump South Carolina's primary date for both Republicans and the Democrats. I want to put the focus back on South Carolina. I want it to be a permanent thing. I don't want Iowa and New Hampshire to be the only people in the United States who get to control who is a bellwether state. And if Iowa and New Hampshire don't like that, they can take some of that Iowa corn and stick it right up their Dixville notch.
Another attempt at humor, Mr. Colbert.
I'm serious. I'm serious.
Are you a son of South Carolina?
I am.
You know a lot about the state?
I do.
What's the state amphibian?
The state amphibian?
Yeah.
It's my dog, Cookie. She swims and she goes on land.
It's the spotted salamander.
That's the easiest. What's the state flower, sir? What's the state?
Go ahead.
The Confederate jasmine, also known as the yellow jasmine.
Well done. What's the state motto?
Dum spiro spero.
Which means?
While I breathe, I hope. Come on! I thought you had better researchers. You can't nail me with harder things than this.
The mandatory presidential campaign book. All the candidates seem to have them. Yours is out. I Am America, and so can you. On Iraq, this is what you say. Once again, God won the war. He just doesn't occupy very well. God's on our side in Iraq?
I would say he's not on their side. Do you think he's on our enemy's
side?
Do you think he's on our enemy's side?
I'm asking you.
You're implying these are your words, not mine.
These are your words from your book.
But your words are certainly in your question. You'll have to grant me that.
So God's not an occupier?
He just didn't occupy very well in Iraq.
You know, if you look at the voting blocks that exist in South Carolina and around the country, I'm quite surprised the way you treat them in this book. Senior citizens, this is what you call them. Old people. Sorry, but retirement offends me. You don't just stop fighting in the middle of a war because your legs hurt. So why do you get to stop working in the middle of your life just because your prostate hurts?
Well, Tim, I just don't understand pensions or Social Security. Why do you get paid after you stop working? That doesn't make any sense to me.
Abolish Social Security.
Yes.
Abolish Medicare.
Yes.
Abolish all pensions.
Abolish tipping waiters and waitresses, because I've gotten my food, they get paid by the hour. Why am I giving them extra money? That's all pensions and Social Security are. It's a tip at the end of your life.
Senior vote is gone. Now, fathers. Again, your words, your book, The Father. America used to live by the motto, Father knows best. Now we're lucky if Father knows he has children. There's more to being a father than taking kids to Chuck E. Cheese and supplying the occasional Y chromosome. A father has to be a provider, a teacher, a role model, but most importantly, a distant authority figure who can never be pleased. Are you a presidential candidate who speaks to your children?
Oh, absolutely.
Do you think candidates should speak to their children?
Absolutely. If they have them, I don't think that you have to have children to be a presidential candidate. It might actually help to, move quick and light.
The mother, another source.
I love my mother. You're not gonna attack me for loving my mother, are you?
You attack all mothers in your book. Again, your words, Mr. Colbert, and here they are. Scientists have proven one assumes that every flaw in a child can be traced back to a mistake made by the mother. As adults, we're all imperfect, so that means all mothers are incompetent. But some mothers are worse than others. Take women who work. If you work outside the home, you might as well bring coconut arsenic squares to the school bake sale. Doesn't Hillary Clinton work outside the home?
I believe she does, yeah.
Are you talking about her?
I'm talking about all mothers who don't spend all their time thinking about their children and nothing else.
Women should be out of the workforce.
No, they can be in the workforce as long as they bring their children with them. That's all I mean to imply.
Gay marriage.
Yeah.
This is, again, from the Colbert Bible. The biggest threat, you say, facing America today, next to socialized medicine, the Dyson vacuum cleaner, and the recumbent bicycle. That, to you, that means it's a serious threat to our culture.
Right.
Why?
Excuse me?
Why?
Why is gay marriage? Marriage is the basic building block of society. And if gay men get married, that threatens my marriage immediately, because I only got married as a taunt toward gay men because they couldn't.
So it makes you feel insecure.
Well, I just don't know why I got married other than to rub it in gay people's faces.
Would you consider Senator Larry Craig as your running mate?
I would.
Have you had conversations with him?
Define conversation.
Have you spoken to him?
No.
Have you met with him? Have you been in the same room together?
Yes.
And
sorry, my lawyer's telling me to say no more.
how did you express your interest in developing your relationship?
Forcefully.
Vanity Fair wrote
The
this.
fine news magazine.
This is what they said. Unlike many of his friends, Colbert did not return to Charleston, South Carolina after graduation from Northwestern, I might add, instead staying in Chicago. He cut a distinctly un-Southern look. He wore black turtlenecks, had what he describes as a Jesus beard, and grew his hair out. Now, NBC News Meet the Press has researched this.
Oh, I know all about your researchers.
Take a look at this picture. That is you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you deny it?
I don't deny it. What good would it do me?
All right.
My
Do
time
you,
away.
do you
My
know?
time
Do you
away
know?
from the
Do you
South.
know a gentleman named Chip Hill?
I'm familiar with Mr. Hill.
You've known him 30 years.
I have.
He's godfather to your child.
Yes, he is.
This is what Mr. Hill had to say. When he was growing up, Colbert, according to Chip Hill, used to joke about how, quote, he wanted to major in mass psychology and start a cult. I want to see that picture again. That's a cult leader.
Look, I don't deny that my time away from the South has been a time in the desert for me.
Do you have Manson tendencies?
Inclinations as strong as I would go. I don't actually have a group of people who I can snap my fingers and have them attack people.
But you would like to be a cult leader.
I did at the time want to be a cult leader. I find that being a TV pundit is much more powerful, and you have to be less reliable.
But would being president be, in your mind, a cult leader?
I don't want to be president. I want to run for president. There's a difference. I'm running in South Carolina.
You'd like to lose.
I'd like to lose twice. I'd like to lose both a Republican and a Democrat.
And what statement would that make?
I think that statement would make that I was able to get on the ballot in South Carolina, and if I can do it, so can you.
In your office in New York City, you have
You've been in my office.
a large poster of a president, don't you?
Richard Nixon.
Yes, indeed.
1972. Now more than ever.
Now, let me show you and our viewers what you said about that. And here's something Colbert-ophiles might not know or might not want to know. He loves Richard Nixon. He has a 1972 Nixon campaign poster on the wall of his office. He points at it and says, he was so liberal. Look what he was running on. He started the EPA. He gave 18-year-olds a vote. His issues were education, drugs, women, minorities, youth involvement, ending the draft, improving the environment. John Kerry couldn't have run on this. What I would give for Nixon.
It'd be great. It'd be great.
You love Richard Nixon?
I have great warm feelings for Richard Nixon. He was the first president that I was aware of. And I was a little upset with him because when I would come home in the afternoons from school, instead of the Munsters or the Three Stooges on TV, it was Senator Sam Ervin. And while his eyebrows were hilarious, they weren't quite as good as Herman Munster.
Would you be Nixonian in your approach to the presidency?
I'd be Nixon-ish. Or Nixonoid. Is that like being Nixonian? Define Nixonian. Powerful, paranoid, fun-loving and gay? Absolutely.
Is this a self-analysis?
No, I don't put myself on the couch.
But you are Nixonian.
If you say so.
Well, you just do.
Again, if you say so, I don't even listen to what I say.
Richard Nixon had a very difficult relationship with the media, as you well know.
I have a very difficult relationship
That's
with the
my
media
point.
because I'm a member of the media, and I don't trust us.
You don't have Nixon to kick around anymore. You remember that?
I do.
And I remember the White House Correspondents' Dinner, April of 2006.
I blacked out for most of that, but go ahead.
Stephen Colbert at the presidential podium, the seal in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what he said to the Washington Press Corps. Let's watch.
Write that novel you got kicking around in your head. You know, the one about the intrepid Washington reporter with the courage to stand up to the administration? You know, fiction.
Yeah.
That sounds familiar.
And why did you say that?
God, I had so much respect for the way the press supported the goals of the administration for the first 4 years. And I was just so distressed that at any point they started standing up to the administration, asking questions, and I just didn't understand why they couldn't go back to the good old days of 2001 to mid-2004.
Which did you prefer?
I preferred when they didn't ask any questions at all. I mean, it was easier for the president to get things done, and that's what he's there for.
What do you watch yourself as a person preparing to run for the presidency?
I watch my show to get a pulse for the nation. I have to watch Jon Stewart's show because he tosses to me at the end of his show. I like Grey's Anatomy. That's a pretty good show. I like Conan O'Brien.
These men you're describing, aren't they liberal?
I would say John has had some misguided statements. I don't think Conan's liberal. I think Conan's taking any political statements.
If you are trounced in South Carolina,
All right, here's the attack. Go ahead, yeah.
simple question.
Yeah, I'm trounced.
What happens then?
Well, it's proportional voting on the Democratic side. All I need is enough votes on the Democratic side to get one delegate, and I'll feel like I've won. Because if at the Democratic National Convention, somebody has to stand up and say, the proud state of South Carolina, the Palmetto State, the home of the greatest peaches and shrimp in the world, cast one vote for native son Stephen Colbert, I'd say I won.
So you will not allow that Democratic convention to acclaim their nominee. There will be no unanimous acclamation.
No,
You're going to stop that.
Listen, why else run as a favorite son if you're not going to broker a convention? And if I get a delegate, it will be a brokered convention. Unless they offer me to speak there, then maybe I would turn over my delegate.
Well, we want to thank you for joining us and sharing your views.
Thank you very much.
It's
It's been an honor.
going to be an interesting campaign to cover.
Thank you very much. Am I allowed to ask people for money on your show?
Do you have an 800 number you want us to give out?
I have a website.
I'm not going to do that.
No?
But I am going to ask you to be safe on the campaign trail.
Thank you very much.